We're back. The time is now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the instant match reaction. Newcastle United beat Man City. That's the unthinkable to some people. I mean, what a game. From the kickoff, really, Newcastle, we gave up the ball a little bit in the first half. Man City was in control with the ball. But, I mean, after those first 15-20 minutes, Newcastle United, they were on it. The back and forth with one of the best teams in England. Back and forth, proven once and for all that we can compete up there. We can compete for Champions League. We can compete every year to be 4th, 5th, 6th with Aston Villa, with Tottenham, with Man United, with all of them. But it's about getting it right. The mentality was right today. Everybody was on point, to be honest. We struck gold. Harvey Barnes is playing right now like he needs to be starting. Like he needs to be starting. Therefore, he has to play. He has to play. I mean, he was marvelous tonight. We already Gary. What a game! A game of going back and forth, mate. What did you think of that? You're muted,
bro. For me, it was one of those situations where we said about insanity, definition of insanity. And then we spoke about attitude. And we spoke about players coming and playing and wanting to play at a good level against decent opposition. And yet again, they've proven today that they can go and beat any team in the Premier League. And, you know, listen, it was rough at times, don't get me wrong. It wasn't easy to watch at times, especially deep into that second half. But there was slight movements, slight changes of position. It allowed players a little bit more free zone. It allowed players a little bit more rigidity in that midfield. By bringing, like I said, moving J7 away from that left-hand side, getting him more central, stopped a lot of that movement from Man City. They still had a lot of the ball, but there ain't many times when we play tough opposition like that we out-XG a title contender. And today, we have done just that. When you look at the amount of opportunities created against Man City, you come out with an XG of 2.24, 9 shots, 5 on target. They've had more shots, don't get me wrong, 17 shots. Their XG 1.88, but they've only got 4 on target. So when you do that, and then you start getting your chances, and we said at half-time, if the lads come out with the same attitude and still create the same opportunities, don't drop their heads and dwell on what has happened. Go and look at what they can do going forward. And they have produced 2 really good goals in the second half. Yes, they conceded a sloppy one, if you like, and that was from bad play from Toon Army. Instead of playing the simple ball, he's tried to be clever and get a throw in deep in our half just to settle the nerves again. And there's no need at times. I think sometimes, again, this is all about confidence with the back line and attitude. And I think sometimes we just need to do that. Go on, mate.
So we got a caller in here. We got a caller. So what's your name, mate? How you doing?
Yeah, my name's Umar. I've been on your show
before.
Omar, how you doing, mate? Lovely. What do you think about the game? What a performance, right?
Yeah, it was a good performance. Yeah, it's my first game back after my long vacation back. And I've done so well in the league, but and I've not been watching much football. This is my first game back since I've been back. I know we have been doing well in the league, but in the Champions League we're doing well.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's I mean, we needed this performance. It's clear and evident. We needed it. To be honest, you know, and again, I said a point. Although a point probably wasn't going to move the needle much. I mean, at least that it's a point, and that means that you had a good go at one of the best teams in the Premier League. But winning, and to be honest, the attitude that we had as soon as they equalized, because they equalized very quick, and I thought, man, this is it. You know how we are. You know, we start going downhill as soon as something like that happens. But we were quickly and in a hurry able to go up again, and I thought that was a great.
It could have been more. Do you think the scoreline could have been different if it was the chances we had?
It certainly could have. It certainly could have.
Voltemata, really.
Voltemata could have had a lot of. Man City had their opportunities. Of course, they could have scored. Voltemata had 2 or 3, and I'm not going to jump in the train against Voltemata can't score, because I think that would be nonsensical. I thought Donnarumma had really good saves. One Voltemata I think should have done better, but at the end of the day, this is the first game that we fed Voltemata multiple times, and yeah, he missed all of them. But you got to do that consistently, and then we can determine whether he is the center forward moving forward or not. But I thought overall, I'm telling you, this was a must-win game, really, and we did it. It's unbelievable.
Have we played all the hard teams?
What was that?
I'm saying, have we played all the hard teams? Because I'm watching this my first game back since I've been back.
Yeah.
No, not yet, matey. Not yet. We've still got a couple to come. Chelsea and the likes.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know how we're going to be.
Arsenal and Liverpool. Have we played the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Spurs?
Yeah. We're going to see what's going to happen. But thank you very much, Umar. I appreciate it very much indeed, mate, for calling us. And hopefully this continues, especially against Everton away. But we do have a Champions League game against Marseille, so still would like a win on that one. But thank you very much, Umar, for calling us, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers, man. Cheers very much. That was Umar there in Newcastle. Call us now. Have your say about this game in particular. 0191 916 8864. Call us and have your say. We got another one here coming in. Newcastle United Assemble. Call us and have your say. Hello. That was Umar there. Hello. Turn your Jordan, is that right? Turn your TV down, mate. But we're hearing ourselves there. Yeah. What did you have to say, mate, about this wonderful performance?
God, it's amazing. I mean, God, I was in hospital last night, and I thought, if I don't get home for this game, there'll be hell on.
Yeah.
But wow, I mean, Harvey Barnes, where did he come from?
Yeah, I mean, that guy was unbelievable, wasn't he?
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And like I mean, I don't know if Gary can hear us.
Yeah, he can.
I can hear you.
Hi, Gary. Hi, you all right?
Hi, Jordan. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
I'm very well now.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I mean, like, it's amazing. It's just,
So Jordan, what I was going to ask you, mate, you're a keen follower of Newcastle. Why can't Newcastle perform like that away from home?
This is a hard one, to be honest, because I've seen a lot of away games, and I've been like, they don't play as well as they do when they're at home.
Well, but there's got to be a reason why, though, because you can't say that. I'm not saying you, but I mean in general, like we can't use it as an excuse that we can't play away. We're gonna have to figure out how and why we're not performing. So
I mean, the formation that Eddie chose today, I'm very proud of him for doing that. To be honest.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And it was partly for mental back now, so that's a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
but the person that I want to talk about today was actually a Man City player.
Who was that?
Haaland. I didn't think he played that well today.
No, he didn't do too well, did he? I mean, he had Chow to mess with, and Chow is the Berlin Wall, man. You can't get through him. So
yeah.
I thought Chow with Shaw today was magnificent.
Yeah.
God, yeah. I mean, I hope we beat Marseille.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would just really set us off.
Yeah, very true. Jordan, thank you very much for calling us, man. Appreciate you giving us a shout. And it's how we the lads, man. I hope we keep it going.
Yeah.
We keep it going, mate. Cheers,
All
mate.
right.
Thank you very much for calling us.
Bye.
Thank you. That was Jordan there in the tune as well. So let us know what you think. We got two contributors coming in now, Tim and Steve. Tim, what did you make of the game, mate? The Harvey Barnes, our love child, man. He is, come on. What can you say?
Tear you apart again.
That's right. And going around St. James's Park, by the way, that song, Harvey Barnes will tear you apart again. There you go.
Yep. Oh, absolutely chuffed for that. Like when I seen the lineup, I was the same in terms of the Einstein thing, doing the same thing. I was kind of pulling my hair out a bit. But on the flip side, you're asking for the attitude and you're asking for the mentality and the application. So whatever the lineup was, we got that from those players. And to be fair to those players, like Joe Linton, he was brilliant, I thought, in that game. And like you say, Gary, a bit of a modification with the tactics, but
what did you take of that, though, Tim? What did you take of the with Bruno being the kingpin in the middle, and Tonali then obviously being the blocker on that right hand side? That was obviously where Man City's dominance were. That was a clever tactic by Eddie Howe.
It was, because we were saying, weren't we, 2 nights ago, whenever it was, like, how do we counteract their left side? And we were talking about wing backs and stuff, and how do we double up? But like you say, actually getting Tonali out there with his energy, with his pressing, it helped massively.
It did well.
So you've got to give
sure
Eddie
did.
Howe credit. It's a tweak, but it worked.
It certainly
Barnes,
did.
He was brilliant with those finishes. I mean, I was
He
good.
sure
He
was.
finished the first half, but
Yeah. We got a caller on hold right now. Before that, let me thank Super Sam for the super chat. Says best win since the cup. Blood pressure way up, says Sam. So thank you very much, Sam. Thank you. Appreciate it very much indeed. I know a lot of people are trying to call right now. So one at a time. Pay attention to the show. We got a caller right now. And after he's done, of course, keep calling us. We want to know what people are saying from the tune. Thank you very much, mate. What's your name?
It's Andy Bell.
Andy Bell, why you not joining via Andy? What are you on about, man? Why you not joining via link? What's the matter with you?
Oh, mate, I look like crap. I've got the flu. There's no way.
Don't blame the flu for that, mate. But anyway, sorry.
I just wanted to say that is why we stick by a manager sometimes. He's been telling us for weeks that we're missing things on either side in the wing backs. The performance difference was because of the wing backs. The result difference was because of the goal.
Yeah.
Could have been 5-3 easily. That could have been 5-3. Waldemar should have had at least one. He's head I can forgive him for. The second one, to me, smashed that. I can see why he's trying to place it, but you've got Donnarumma there. I'll give Donnarumma his kudos for saving that. But look, we really, really, really need... What he's done is he's picked up a result in the situations where we've really been putting them down in. When we really needed a result, we've gotten one. And that hopefully can be a catalyst to kick on. Marseille's going to be a tough game. This is going to be a good warm-up for it. Getting your tails up, not only just with a result, but with a performance. And let's kick on from there. We've got a big, big run of games coming till the end of January. Maybe this could be the kick-on for the season.
Yeah. Well, listen, I agree with you. I mean, again, if you were Eddie Howe, if you happen to be Eddie out, I don't think this game changes that. I mean, we got to be really back. I mean, the title of the show says, "Are we back?" But I mean, we've got to really show it. But I do believe that he made a lot of changes, and of course, the left back and right back are a main part of why this team performed today. To be fair, but a lot of good crosses again from Murphy. So you go on.
I think what we noticed was because we were able to carry the ball from the outside of the pitch from deep, the wingers went inverted. The supported Valdemar. We were able to go inside with the ball. He was able to receive the ball because we were pushed up. And when he did receive the ball, he had people near him that he could play off. You could see Murphy's instruction was, as soon as you get the ball on the right-hand side, put that ball in the box. And he did it very early on with a header where Valdemar nearly scored. And you could see on the left side, we were being a little bit more patient. We were playing a little bit more patiently. On the right side, it was get the ball out and get the ball in the box.
Yeah.
Like I say, I've got a terribly sore throat. Guys, I've missed you. I'll be back. I've had a very busy 2 weeks, and I've been ill for the last week. And I'm over the moon with the result. And let's hope this can be a big positive, not only for just the whole little bit of. We went toe to toe with them there. We didn't sit in. We went toe to toe with them for a good part of that game, and we've landed the killer blow.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Thank you, Andy Bell. Appreciate it, mate. See you in the next one, okay?
Take care, guys. All the best.
Cheers.
Take care, Andy. All the best, bud.
And there you go. Have your say. Call us right now, 0191-916-8864. Tim, did you finish your point, mate? Sorry.
But just with Barnes, like, to come back and have those chances in the second half and finish like you did, and even the second one was such a clever finish. Like, you got to give hats off to Barnes there. Like, and to be honest, even when he was lining that one up in the second half, I still had faith that he's got the technical ability and he did it. So I'm just pleased that it came off. He was outstanding the whole game. Really.
I mean, the fact, though, mate, that he is not faced, and it didn't bother him to just say, you know what, I'm going to do it again, and boom, boom. And the way he scored, by the way, just a flick. We're going to get to Steve as well, but we got a lot of people calling, man. A lot of people want to have their say now. Who is this? Who is this?
This is Waza.
Waza, I knew that one. I was starting to recognize your number now, mate. Starting to recognize your number.
Come on, we did it. I told you we'd turn it around, didn't I? Oh, hey!
There you go. So we should have Mighty Win coming up at any moment given time now, but
there you go.
We got his voice to play to do the part for now. I mean, a wonderful performance. We went head to head against one of the best teams in the Premier. But that proves, with all the respect though, it proves that the criticism of how we were playing is right. Because some would say, even the Mighty Win, that we should expect to be 9th in the league or mid-table, and that Eddie Howe is overachieving. Yep. But with all the respect, that's not true. And it's proven today because we go head-to-head with the best teams, and we're able to get a result. When everybody shows up, including the fans in the stadium, and the manager does what he needs to do. Albeit, Gordon...
I read the script. On Thursday night, I told you, I said, once the full backs are back, and we're going to get that overlap, I says, everybody's like down in the mouth about stuff. I says, it'll all change round, and this is what changed round. And I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it any other way, and that's what happened. Because we're just going to go on and on from here.
Well, that's the hope.
100%.
That's the hope. But again,
it's not a hope, it's faith, man. You've got to have a faith. You've got to have a backing for the team, man.
You got the back. We want Newcastle United to win, but you realize we got a job to do here, man. We can't just come in here with the black and white flag on all day because it'd be boring shows. We got to talk about what's going on.
But the point was it was all doom and gloom and Eddie out and all this. What a heap of rubbish, man.
Well, listen, I'm just saying, to be fair to those people right now, because of how we performed when we turned up, we went head to head, and also Byrne and Gordon are not playing because of injury. But one suspension, the other one injury. So is Eddie Howe going to really keep Gordon out? That's the question, and we can have a conversation right now. Is that going to happen?
Yeah.
Go on, Tim.
Of course.
Tim, go on.
What better way to boost your morale than beat a Man City team that's well in form? You know what I mean? Hey, that just puts us right back on the map, in the business. Just push on. We'll get that European space, man. Whether we'll win it, you know what I mean, or we'll get in the top 4. Either way, I'm fully backing Eddie, and I think come January, get a couple of signings in there, just to, shut it up a bit. Tell you what, we're on our way.
Yeah, we're on our way. Tim, did you want to say something?
We're going to get to Steve as well. Obviously, I'd love it as well if we can just use this now as momentum. And
love it.
Put it together, get some signings in January and finish the season strong. Fingers crossed. But we've got to improve now. We've got to now carry it on. Everton away.
That's it.
Big
that is exactly it.
I was on Mancunian Way last night, man, and I even told them. I said we'd win.
Well, I mean, listen. To be fair to the team, That is Warren
Yeah.
in there. Mighty Win is in the
Oh,
building.
Warren! I'll be so happy. Hey! Let's make
Proves that
some
we're
noise!
Exactly.
We are knackered.
Exactly.
Proves that we're wangers.
It is. I said to them, look at them all laughing, but I told them, I said, hey, what's the bother? You know what I mean? We're going to win the bother.
Have you seen my background? Have you seen my background, was I? I did that at 2
Oh, it's
o'clock this
beautiful,
morning.
man. It's beautiful.
It's lovely. Listen.
That's
that's
the
right.
wallpaper you've got.
And
Listen,
by the way,
been-
I sent it to everybody and said, put it up, but they haven't.
Listen, we got a job to do here, man. We got to run. We got bigger fish to fry than changing our backgrounds here. But Win is going to go directly to jail.
Hey,
Because
there's no
somebody.
need for that. Like, hey, Chris, you're a bad one, you like.
No, listen, but we have to put him in jail because somebody.
Sure, man, it's only just come on.
Somebody in the watch alone said jail win by this is, by the way, the size of these seagulls. That's his name. Put in a super chat. Jail win with time in
Maybe a
advance.
Macam Monday if it's seagulls.
Well, there could be. It could be. With time in advance, he's been jailed. And but what a lovely performance. And to be fair to the lads, I don't think there was room for any type of excuse. But I said a point might calm the waters a little bit. But the lads went out there and won the game. And winning the game, I mean, you have a breathing room. And that, but again,
Win, man, win, I'm there. Hey, let's just talk about it, man. We're one, man. Happy talk. You know what I mean?
Happy
Need out.
talk, exactly. Get him to him, Warren, lad.
Need out.
We've been talking, happy talk.
Happy talk. Talk about things we like to do. We like to see them win.
I tell you what, we'd have a really good sing song. Get in there.
I mean, that was shambolic.
Anyways, lads, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Waza, you're top lad, mate.
Nice to meet you. Get on with it. Get on with it.
Keep watching, mate.
Give it a bit more oomph, man, will you, man? You're just like,
cheers, buddy, lad.
We're going to keep on. We're going to keep on, man.
Hey,
keep on keeping
all
on.
day, every day.
Eddie Howe all day, every day. Cheers very much, Warren. See you in the chat, mate. See you in the chat. Take care.
See you, lad.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
See you, buddy, lad.
Ta-da, bud.
And give us a call, ladies and gents, 0191-916-8864. Have your say, whether you're a happy clapper, bedwetter, but you're a Newcastle United. We're all alike, and we won the Toon to win, and we certainly did that. We want to get to the text. Steve, get your take in first because you've been there before anybody else. So what do you make of the game, mate?
Absolutely brilliant. I think we played well. Man City let themselves down. I think they could have played better. I think a few times they could have punished us, but we managed to keep them back. I think the one thing I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks is we don't seem to change our formation. And the one day we change our formation and we go beat a top side.
Do you think we
How
changed
did
our
we change
formation?
our formation?
I don't think we changed, though.
How did we change our formation?
From what I read, what I've looked on online today, he put us as a 4-5-1, and it seems like our midfield was more fuller. It did seem like, and I suppose Livermore and Hall also did the job. They played really well, but from what I could see and where it was playing, we weren't playing our normal formation. We seemed to be.
All I saw today was 4-3-3, but with two proper fullbacks.
I just seemed to saw more of a change. But say either way, at the end of the day, whatever he's done today, we managed to keep them out. And if you think of it, right, our last 5-10 minutes when we're winning a game against a team like Man City or Liverpool or anybody, we normally concede late. But we kept that so tight. I suppose the one thing I did like about it, he didn't use all the subs. He didn't change things too much. Let the game flow.
I was scared a little bit when Willa came on. I was scared when Willa came on.
I was a bit
you and me both.
But he gave him his instructions. He told him what he needed to do, and whatever he had to do, he passed on the information. And it was done. we were tight, we kept back, and we actually defended that. When they said 8 minutes of injury time, I was like, shit. You know?
We can't curse no more, so what's your language?
I think, but I thought that was going to be, where they would have come at us, but we managed to keep them out. And we even went on a couple of runs ourselves to try and get a third goal, which was good. I think if we can take this into the Marseille game on Tuesday, then we can cement ourselves into the top 8 of the Champions League.
Yeah, fair point.
3
fair
points
point.
does that, I think.
All right, so
but the problem today is it's been league form we've been worried about, and to get 3 points there against Man City, fantastic.
Well, we got a super chat. We got a super chat here. Let me see here. I think I lost. It was Sam maybe that came up with the super chat. We got a few here. Hold on. Let's pay attention to those lads. Thank you, Trolls, becoming a member. I think that was from last game though. Toon Assassin at £5. Thank you very much. Predicted 2-0, and Chiao would have Haaland in his pocket. We'll take 2 out of 3. Chiao check. 2 goals check. Man City scored negative. Howe. Well, I mean, at least he's got a few right there. The game changer was Tino, says the size of these seagulls. Super Sam, best win since the cup. Blood pressure way up. Michael McIntyre says Bell for win. Toon. We're gonna bail him out, of course. And Super Sam, they're saying full back depth ASAP. Without them, our XG is not good. So there you go. Thank you to all the super chats there. What's your take on the game?
And that was also, by the way, it was Sizer Seagull said the game changer was Tino, and he is absolutely spot on. For me, that was the difference today.
I
was amazed that Tino was back. That was a super bonus.
Well, in my opinion,
do you think that was a gamble though? Because obviously what happened with
but we were naked.
Trippier yesterday.
Well, I tell you what, Tino's performance has just put another 10 million on his price tag if they want to buy him.
The thing is though,
can get lost if they want to.
Yeah, well, that's true. I will have to disagree on that though. I think Lewis Hall had much better game than Tino, but I think both were game changers. But Lewis Hall to me was marvelous. I mean, he was all over the place. Never tired, I mean he'll be playing for England, no doubt about that. You better put your money on that. He'll be with England pretty soon. So I don't know. I think both of them were knackered though, but Tino couldn't come. Tino couldn't come out.
I didn't think Tino was, but
Tino was foaming at the mouth, man. He was foaming at the mouth. Yeah. He just couldn't take him out.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, on the 85th minute, they had a corner, and you can see Tino literally bent over with his hands on his knees, gasping. I mean, he was literally gasping. He was sucking it in from every orifice he could possibly suck in. But I mean, you know what? The lad, he was up against Doku. Doku had no chance. Couldn't go down, couldn't come inside of him. He showed him outside all the time, which is what we wanted to do because we know he's literally, his left foot is a standing foot. So he was at the game most of the game.
And what City ended up doing was pushing three. You know the way we do our triangles in the right-hand side of the box? Pep ended up putting 3 players up beside Doku so that he had an easy, a simple, he couldn't get past Tino, but he always had a simple ball, but it was always back over to whichever one of the 3 he had going to supporting him.
Yeah, we're going to let you drink some water. And get back into the super chat here, that's not our phone call, by the way.
No, but that's the bat phone, Chris.
That's the blue pill delivery, which is the dodgy delivery. You can have your say, by the way. Burn not playing help tonight, says Connor. Win jail. There you go. We can talk about that though. We can talk about that. Yeah. Phone in 0191 916 8864. Did Burn not play help Newcastle United win today?
Well, can I just say that was Burn phoning Win, telling him to put a 5 on. I'm in the team on Tuesday.
There you go. There you go.
But hey, that was the other thing about the lineup though.
Botman out. Botman
out, yeah.
Why? We can only assume because there's nothing out there. He played really, so he's not hurt.
But he came on.
Butman. That it was Eddie Howe. That's the one Eddie Howe decision right there. I'm not 100% going to say that Shar was incredible, but he did a job there, I think. So I don't know if Butman would have played there, that we would have been much worse. But he did. I do agree that he didn't play the last 2 games good at all, Butman.
We were flabbergasted, I've got to be honest. I mean, as you know, I'm not Botman's super fan, but I thought he would have been chosen in front of Shea. And the fact that he wasn't gives the avenue open to the Eddie Outers to say, picking his favourites. But you can't argue with the result. You can't argue with the way Shea played at all.
Well, you were there live. I mean, you saw it obviously hands-on. Was there anybody in a black and white shirt that stood out for you? And who do you think could have been better?
You know, you're going to think it's same old. Funnily enough, today, Tonali could have been better.
I don't know, man.
He
was all
put
over
himself
the place,
about. He did all his usual stuff, but he gave the ball away a few times when he didn't need to. I was. We at half time were talking and just said this is comfortably the best we've played all season, comfortably. And it was, you know, the bottom line. It was down to having the 2 fullbacks there. 2 proper fullbacks, 2 fit young fullbacks, if you like. That was the difference in everything for me. But Roy's in there. What you got to say, Roy? Unbelievable!
Mute yourself there, Roy. You're muted. And I mean, great performance to say the least. You're muted there. Unmute yourself, man.
Performance.
Hello.
Hey, there you go.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
No cursing.
I wish I was there. I just wish I was there.
The atmosphere was great, by the way.
You and me both.
The atmosphere was great.
Yeah, the atmosphere was very good. Even when they scored, when they scored, it went up a notch.
Yeah, I shut myself almost when they scored. I thought, here we go again, and they're going to get another one, and then we're going to lose 2-1.
Well, when we scored on 64, and I looked at the clock, I said to Chris, this is going to be the slowest clock in history.
8 minutes. It reminded me of the Liverpool game. 11 minutes, I think they gave it that day.
You know who I think was amazing today, and probably is our best player so far this season? It's Malik Chow. He was everywhere.
He was
man.
Brilliant.
He was everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I thought our back four was superb.
Yes, or that.
I think Eddie put Shaw as a leader because Botman's young, so Shaw was a bit like he'll lead all those young kids at the back. And I think now that we did this with them, Dan Burn shouldn't come back straight into the team automatically. Because we played our best football without him.
Well, let's not make today a Dan Burn conversation. He had nothing to do with it, right?
But when that is a very, very good question because you're talking. You keep on. Your life is about bedwetters and happy clappers. My life is about Newcastle United. So, what's best for the team? Because you go around asking people Eddie in, Eddie out when that's really irrelevant. Point is, Burn didn't play because it was a suspension. So, what's going to be the next? To me, the most important question here. Forget Burn because we got great center back. So whether he plays or not, it's really as long as he doesn't play left back, I don't care. Is Gordon going to come back into this team when he's supposedly healthy? Because he can't. He cannot. And if it does happen, Harvey Barnes will ask a transfer request this a minute after. Because I mean, Tim, come on, man.
Yeah, like he's within his rights to turn around and say, "However, boss, like I'm doing my best here. I've just had a superb performance. I've got to keep my place now." So it's disheartening for any player where you're not going to be getting the side whatever you do once the supposed big hitters are back. And whether it's Cher or whether it's Botman, Dan Burn, love him, brilliant player to have. But he shouldn't come straight back in the side. That back four was outstanding. So I think I would just keep that back four. I was surprised Cher came in, and I still really like Botman, but I think you can't criticise Cher for that performance. Didn't put a foot wrong. So unless you've got a specific strike you're going up against where you want to tweak things, I think just keep that back four as it is. They were absolutely brilliant. Tino was just immense.
Could you not argue though that back four was specifically because we had a specific striker to go against?
Well, I thought you would go for Botman in that case.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't.
That's why I was surprised. Well, fair enough, but I think, I know Botman's had a nightmare in some games lately, but I think we do forget how good he is and how good he can be. And I think, against the likes of Haaland, that type of profile, I think Botman does thrive. But at the end of the day, Eddie Howe has made his decision and it's been spot on. So you've got to give massive credit for that. Where's due?
Yeah. Toon Assassin win Tonali. Put him in solitary confinement. We're going to add another sale. There you go. Because you got to lock you up here. Come on, man. What are you on about, man?
Beyond the chicken feed.
Now you behind the chicken coop. Olusula says, we have clearly missed Haaland, Tino. Can't believe I just saw my team outplay Man City and win. Kudos to Eddie for being brave. Again, the bravery of Eddie Howe came in one decision, which is taking Schär out for Botman. Botman out for Schär. Did that win the game? I don't know, but that was certainly a decision. Certainly didn't cost us a game. That's a fact. So, kudos to him. And I thought that we managed the game better at the end. We certainly didn't do the Liverpool. We didn't do that. None of that. We managed to get that's down to him, of course. No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't.
They had 4 corners.
And what's that mean?
In the last 5 minutes.
You understand what I'm saying? So you're not understanding what I'm saying there. Because with Liverpool, we try to
should have scored from 2 of them, by the way.
With Liverpool, we try to score the 3rd goal or whatever it was. And today, we didn't try to do that with Man City. We were.
But we did when we got the opportunity.
Yeah, that's the point. When not every time, no matter what, putting ourselves in defense. Being fragile in defense. We didn't do that. Remember the last goal for Liverpool was a counter of that young kid.
I want to tell you something now, right? As I say, Man City had 4 corners in the dying minutes of the game, and could easily have scored from 2 of them. And if they had done, which was down to their bad finishing, by the way, if they had done, you would have been saying the exact opposite.
No, you don't know what I was saying.
You watched that game and you're saying we did well, not conceding, etc. You can't have it both ways. Just because of the way things turn out.
You're assuming hindsight. You're assuming what I would say, so that's rubbish because you don't know what I'd be saying. I'm telling you now what I'm saying. So we did a good job. At the time, we didn't do a good job, and I was saying it on the live watch along before it happened. So don't put words in my mouth.
And I'm saying we didn't do a good job because we ended up giving them 4 corners that were unnecessary, by the way. The 3 of them were completely unnecessary. They were down to silly mistakes.
No, I think we did a good job. But anyway, that's your opinion, so...
they were throwing everything at us by then.
They were.
Exactly.
The likes of Marmoush and everybody on. They were playing with several attacking midfielders on the field of play at one point. They went to a 3 at the back to try and push on.
Which was what gave us the 2 breakaway opportunities that we had.
We thought Elanga was quick. He ain't that quick, is he?
No, he's not quick enough. Again, that was poor. I thought the chance he got.
Well, like
didn't do enough with it at all.
I'll see you later.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers,
Take care,
See you,
mate.
Steve.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. It was to me it's a great performance all around. So again, it's kind of it's weird that Wayne likes to be a bet wetter when we win. Kind of odd, really. Maybe he just wants to show. But at the end, to me, I thought we had a really great performance overall. And you got to praise the lads for doing what they did.
Overall. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
I think
so.
almost on par with the cup final, and probably one of the best, maybe second best game in 2025. The whole end of last season and this season.
And to be honest,
I thought it was the best part of the cup final.
Yeah. So,
but again, you know, that proves that the people that criticize had a point.
Well,
because we're absolutely rubbish. So
had a point in terms of not having adequate cover for our two fullbacks, because that was the difference today. Let nobody tell you anything else. The difference today was the two fullbacks.
Yep. Does Anthony Gordon finish with chances win? I mean, I do agree.
Exactly. He doesn't want to talk about that, Tim. He doesn't want to talk about that.
To Harvey Barnes in that area, and also that clever finish in the box. Has Anthony Gordon got it in his locker to improvise like that, or to strike the ball as cleanly as that outside the box? I don't think he has got that in his locker most of the time, whereas Barnes has. So I think this is where Eddie just needs to maybe be a bit more cutthroat with the likes of Gordon and keep him out the side. But I'm not denying what you're saying about the fullbacks, because obviously you could see the massive difference they made. They were absolutely superb, Hall and Tino, and you know, it's just a massive relief to have them back, because the difference they make is just immense.
Well, you've got out balls. This is been the problem of Newcastle. That's why I say, you know, when you look into January window, you need cover. You need cover, that somebody who can be versatile. I mean, you know, or get a good right back, somebody who's going to be able to fit into Hall's position, like Tino can go over there, but somebody who can do the same job, get up and down the field of play, support the attack, support the defence. You need a body. You need another body. We can't really rely now. And it's unfortunate for Trippier to get a hamstring, but that's what happens. You know, your body breaks down sometimes. And, you know, as much as like I saw Yano in the chat there about, you know, saying about J7. J7 came in the middle of the field today rather than being left out onto the left-hand side. Yes, he had a better game. But again, for me, it's not about having stoppers. In a game like today, you needed ball players. You needed somebody who can slow the ball down. And that is my only criticism with J7. He does a great job at stopping play, but sometimes he looks a little bit unsure of what he should be doing when he's got the ball at feet. And sometimes there is an easy 100%. Ball out. You know, he's starting to play the simple passes, which is what you want him to do. You don't want him to do the 30 and 40 yarders if he ain't got it in his locker. But sometimes I just think there's a game for J7, and there's a game where you should be giving somebody else a chance.
To be fair, I think J7 had a bad game. I think he did have a bad game, and it proves that he wasn't an Enzer, and that we won in despite of him. He didn't do anything. All he did was possibly earned a red card that luckily didn't come our way, because those two deliberate pushes to the back of a City player in the midfield, really leaning towards the City side. No reason to do that. Why would you do that?
The last one I think was good though.
The one he got the booking for was taking one for the team.
Exactly. Yeah, I would have done the same exactly.
Yeah,
I don't understand why.
But the rest of the football,
because if he hadn't, they were throw on goal.
Aye, that's
get out of here! I don't know about throwing goals.
I don't mind those ones. That's what you got to do when you switched on. That's different to going in recklessly, pushing people over and going in with your studs high.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I don't know about studs high, but the shove in the back, just where we are, how we didn't get a yellow for that, I've got no idea. But by the way, they should have had a couple of yellow cards and all. I was astounded that the first yellow card came in whatever it was, the 79th minute or something.
Well, Guardiola should have had a yellow card as well in the first half.
Yeah.
The ref kept his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you said the referee had a bad game. I thought the referee
I don't think so, yeah.
By talking to the captains and trying to control it with the captains rather than just being card happy. Because you're right, there was probably a couple of cards that needed to be shown early on. One was Guardiola when he'd got Voltemade around the waist and dragged him to the ground. I think that was a definite yellow. But the referee decides to do the way he does it. And according to it, the scuffle towards the end, where everybody was having a bit of a chat, and Bruno got his shirt pulled and everything else right at the end of the game, was because of the Harvey Barnes second goal. Harvey Barnes, when the ball comes into the back stick and gets cleared off the line by Vardiol, it was Harvey Barnes who runs inside the goal and then comes out of the goal and shoulder barges Donnarumma. So he's not anywhere near the ball. So he's giving Donnarumma a bit of stick. And that's where Donnarumma, obviously, the ball goes over the top of him. It's cleared. It gets recirculated. Harvey Barnes, from that situation, then comes back into play when the ball rebounds off the bar, comes back to feet, and he feeds it in to Murphy. And then, obviously, the ball comes back in and he gets the goal. For me, that is where, we had a little bit of luck today. If you think of the Foden situation with Shaw, that could have quite easily been given as a penalty. But according to VAR, it was minimal contact. So that's what they looked at, minimal contact. Because he'd obviously got his shot off, and it was contact after he'd got his shot off. So in what they're saying is it didn't affect the shot on goal. It was a misplaced shot. And the effect was after the ball had gone. So I'm not saying that's right or wrong.
Well, I ran downstairs to watch the replay of that, and I thought, oh well, that's a penalty all day. That, and I came up expecting it to be a penalty to them, and we were taking it through, and I said, "What? I said, not get a penalty for that."
Yeah.
We
were all astounded.
Penalty, but if that was
got super
anywhere
chats
else on the pitch, that would have been a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We got.
I thought it was a penalty, but
we got super
Thank you,
chats.
VAR.
Super chats, ladies and gentlemen. Andy Bale says Murphy put in 2 top class crosses. Needs mention. Yes, he did. Certainly did. He's the best right wing we got right now, so he needs to be playing. There's no debate on that. Warren says if Wynn's talking rubbish, he is talking the best out of all the rubbish. So there you go. Why says Chris to jail talking rubbish again. So I'll you know what? There you go. I'm in jail. Need bother, man. Roy Punani Caviani official account says TV is getting switched off next time. Burn at left back. There you go.
That'll be Tuesday then. That'll be Tuesday.
No. I'll play him on Tuesday. Don't play him in the league. Play him in the Champions League. Don't play him.
Left back, you can't. No, he can never say left back.
Let's see how Hall comes through.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, man? We keep the same excuses as ever, man. Let's wait and see. He might be hurt. He's not tired. He's got to get used to 2 games a week. Put the lad in, man. Stop. What are you on about? He's 20, barely 23, not even 23 probably. What are you on about?
Because this is exactly what the problem was 2 years ago when we're just playing them when they weren't fit and they were getting injured and being. He
played today. What do you mean? What do you mean he's not fit? He played today. He's fit. So what are you on about?
He was played a long time. He was dead on his feet. He was down 10 minutes before he went off.
So was Livramento. So you say no Livramento?
I'm saying you've got to manage that time.
Okay, so both. So we play with Kraft.
I tell you what, that surprised me as well. By the way, I don't know if you've spoken about that, but when Hall went off, the automatic thing for me to do would have been, Livramento across the left back and play Murphy right wing back, but he didn't. He put Murphy to left wing back.
That was
to keep the reins on. The only explanation would be he wanted to continue keeping the reins on Doku, and Tino was doing such a good job that he left him to it.
Yeah, and Doku just couldn't stop falling on the ground, whinging the referee. I think his behaviour was just like ridiculous. For a player with such talent.
You're right. I think the biggest thing for me though was Savinho looked more of a problem for Tino when he came on for Doku, and obviously we knew Oscar Bob was going to be a tricky one for Murphy, and there was a time where the ball landed just on the 18-yard box, and you could see Murphy's object was just to look at player rather than just go and clear the ball, because he could have quite easily attempted that ball and got it gone, but his mindset was just solely focused on getting Oscar Bob sorted. So, yeah, listen, I think Wynn's right. I think that there was definitely a point of not changing too many positions. We've criticised Eddie Howe before for doing exactly that and upsetting the balance of the team. Why make several changes where you're going like for like? You've got to sometimes gamble. I mean, for me, you could have even put J7 down in there because he's played, alongside there for a long time. Even if you just put him on the corner of the box, you could have put the likes of J7 there. So, I mean, there's reasons for and reasons against, and sometimes you have to live and die by the sword. And I think the little bit of work that Eddie did today, he certainly lived by the sword and the decisions made.
Yeah. Super chats here. Here we go. Boki says, free Chris, can't control the sound box in jail. There you go. That's true. Thank you, mate. Toon Assassin, win jail, burn cry, stump his feet. Because, but that's going to be a big decision to make against Everton. Gordon, I don't think there's room for him right now. I don't think there's room for Gordon. So anybody disagree with that other than Tim? Because I know Tim is So, Win, do you agree with that?
No. Harvey Barnes is earning these stripes.
Yeah. Do you think Eddie Howe will do it?
By the way, because this is another argument Chris and I had in the first 2 or 3 minutes.
That's not what I asked him, but anyway.
First big chance we created, because it's addressing your point. Who had the shot that missed, that was like simple shot?
Barnes.
Yeah, Bonds.
That was Bonds, because I was arguing with
and he
Chris.
says it's a simple shot, Unbelievable, this guy.
I was arguing with Chris. I thought it was Bruno.
No,
and he said
gave him the ball.
Bruno fed him the ball.
I think
so
it was
Bruno gave him the ball.
So there you go. That's Harvey Barnes' clinical finisher, allegedly.
Yeah, and that
could have been us one up after 2 minutes.
But at the end of the day, he has came back and he's still shown the mental strength and technical ability to finish not once but twice afterwards to win us the game.
Indeed.
So
I tell you what, though, I think Foden's miss was more worse than Harvey Barnes.
Foden could have had a hat trick.
Well, what about Haaland missed as well? So what are you on about, man? You're missing one chance, and you think that's rubbish. I think Harvey Barnes is amazing. He was been amazing. We've been talking about it already many times since last season. But the one player, I thought Donnarumma did an amazing job. But I think Voltemata will look at this and say, he did great, but I should have had a goal tonight. And so I think that Voltemata is going to look at himself. You can see he was bothered a little bit coming off because, he probably would have liked the goal. But the one in particular he should have put it in a better position. But again, this is probably the only game that I can remember where Voltemata was fed the ball multiple times to make the goalkeeper work. The only game all year that he's played, obviously. So you got to keep doing that. You got to, because eventually he'll score. So yeah.
It was not, and that for me, the biggest thing, and we've said many a time, the biggest thing is to work out a system where you get players closer to him. And today, because he hadn't got to work too deep, because you'd got players obviously sat narrow in the middle, bit of a tweak in the middle of the park. So again, you don't have to come so deep when you've got players already boxed into that middle of the park. Harvey Barnes playing more or less of an inside left position, which allows Hall to keep coming down that left-hand side. And that, to me, was the absolute, the direct way we could beat any team on the day. We've seen the deliveries from Murphy. I mean, bless him, Andy Bell has put it as a super chat. And he's absolutely right. Not enough credit goes for players like Murphy because, again, they're tasked to do a different role. What they need to do is sometimes just put the ball in the right areas. It's up to the other players then to get the end product. And we've been criticised, and we've criticised a lot of players that, the ball's been fed in there and it hasn't, or there's nobody been running on. Today, you've got Harvey Barnes coming in on the narrow. You've got Hall sometimes on the outside. You've got Voltemata in the centre. And that delivery to Voltemata's head, like I said, 6 inches, it was a goal. The shot from Voltemata, to be fair, could have been more clinical. It was more or less directly at him, but Voltemata still had to get down to it, and he still had to save it. For me, the only time you criticise a striker is when he can't hit the target. That's when you start criticising a Tycho. If you're making the keeper work, law of averages tell you're going to get 1 or 2 in the end. So just keep doing it. And that's what we were saying at half time with Harvey Barnes. Keep getting yourself on the end of these opportunities, these good crosses, and then it'll come good for you. You can say you rode his luck a little bit, but in the end, he gets there.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Tony, mate. I thought I had.
No, you didn't.
Donnarumma record at St James's Park, played 2, lost 2. As good as he is.
He only played 1 game at St James's Park, but okay.
He played 1 for Paris.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. The ones that won the Champions League. Yeah. All right, my bad. Warren says, "Win. We don't need happy clappers. We need happy slappers, mate." There you go. So
I'll be slapping some people.
Let me tell you something. There'll be some hands flying around here. Maybe some furniture moving around here if he decides to do that. I see some lovely chat in there. Don't forget to smash the like button. Call in, have your say. We have a few minutes left here. 0191-916-8864. Call in and have your say. But, wonderful performance, to be fair. So the lads, that's what I asked for, and they turned up and did their job. Again, the biggest test will be against Everton, because I still believe that's a must-win game away. I don't think we can use that good point away as a good point in the Premier League, depending on the performance, of course. But we come on, man. Everton are not lighting it up. So why are we scared to go to their new stadium? People going on about the Gladys, place that they were before that, talking about atmosphere and all that. Gladys gone, man. Gladys is not here no more. So they got a new stadium, and so there's no excuses. 13th in the league, but same as Newcastle right now, 13-14. So why are you scared of Gladys, Mighty Win? Just go out there and get it done, man.
I'm not scared of Gladys.
All right, that was your ex-wife, one of them. Anyway, what do you make it, guys? Last thoughts. A great game, wasn't it? So we should be happy clapping today.
Exactly.
To say that.
Get it. Let's have some positivity, man.
We've been positive all game.
I'll be positive, but you're putting Barnes down.
Exactly. He's happy clapping, but
Barnes. I'm not putting Barnes down.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. You went about his first chance missed. Who says that, man? Who does that to the guy that won the game? What happy clapper does that? Unbelievable.
I'm just saying.
You're out your mind, man.
When you're watching the game, they say, "Oh God, here we go again."
Yeah, no.
We've got to be pumped up for Everton. We've got to go there and be like, right, we are going to put you to the sword. Now,
you've got to earn your Spurs.
That's right. I do agree with that.
It's a usual 13th versus 14th, isn't it? So, both on 15 points. It's going to be a good one. And that's all you can say. Go in there with the same mentality. They've got a game in hand. They play tomorrow. So
we are in the same. We're in the same place because we've clearly had a bad season. But this game proves and debunks Wynn's theory that we're rubbish, that we should be 9th.
We're having that baddest season that we're 4 points off Champions League.
Again, we're having a bad season. Stop happy clapping to the extreme, man. It makes no sense. We're having a great game. You said as fans should expect us to be 9th because that's how much money we spend, blah, blah, blah. Rubbish. Because it's proven when we turn up, we go head-to-head against the best teams. We can beat them just like they can beat us, or we can draw. But we can go mano-a-mano with the best teams in the Premier League. Proven once again. So although Everton are 13th, they can't do what we do. With all the due respect to Gladys and everybody and their mama. It don't matter. We should be competing with Aston Villa, with Man United, with Tottenham, although they dropped so far right now. They've dropped anyway. But we should be going out there and performing. We have enough meat on the grill to be better than Everton, even though it's away. So that's all I'm saying. But anyway, Tony says free win. Look at his cheeky little face. There you go. So
thank you very much, Tony.
We will free you nonetheless. That was it for the show today, folks. Match reaction. It's been lovely to have all of you. Thank you to all the super chatters and everybody out there that's been supporting the channel, of course. Thank you very much, all of you. Thanks to Trolls. Thank you to Toon Assassin. Thank you to the size of these seagulls. Thank you to Super Sam. Thank you to Michael McIntyre, Connor, Olusola, Tony, Andy Bale, Warren, you know why. Thank you to Royce Punani, Caviani, official fan account. Thank you to Boki. Thank you to Toon Assassin and Tony again. Thank you, all of you. We'll see you in the next one, folks.
Undisputed coming up, Bokey in the sun.
By the way, tomorrow, NUFC comparison live, and I think 90s Max as well. See you in the next one, folks. Have a